Yo, what's up guys, it's Goblin here, welcome to this new episode. In today's video, we're going to be playing with this new no-skill recruits deck, which in my opinion is very easy to play with, but it's very hard to deal with. In my opinion, it's super strong, and you have many different ways to deal damage, to apply pressure, especially this version with the Skeleton King. In my opinion, the current meta has been really strong. I'm going to be playing in this grand challenge where I'm currently 6-0. See you guys soon with game number 1. Okay, let's go guys, hopping into game number 1. Looks like we're up against a guy called Wakon. I kind of recognize his name, I'm not sure from what. But anyways, let's give it a good luck and let's start off by cycling Bomber right away. Always very important to start cycling your evolutions. And let's see what he's gonna be running. But it looks like he Earthquakes the Bomber, most likely gonna be some kind of Psycho deck, either Hawk Rider or Royal Hawks. But in my opinion, Hawk Rider in the current meta isn't that popular. Exactly, it is gonna be indeed the Royal Hawks version. So that's gonna be an interesting matchup. In my opinion, this matchup isn't that bad because he doesn't have a big spell and it's gonna be very hard and annoying for him to deal with our flying machine. So let's actually try to pressure already. I'm gonna go with recruits up high, maybe a little bit too aggressive, but knowing that the Archer Queen is out of cycle, knowing that the flying machine is most likely gonna get a little bit of value, we should be fine by doing this play already in single elixir. And the good thing about going with recruits kind of aggressive like that is that you can also probably have the evil recruits in single elixir as well, and I feel like it's just really hard for them to deal with them in single elixir. So let's cycle Bomber once again. Always important to cycle your evolutions. Let's go with Goblin Cage and let's go with a Skeleton King here. Let's see if he goes with Earthquake. Looks like he doesn't. Looks like instead he's just gonna leave it like that. Okay, very good defense. Skeleton King, of course, pretty good against those type of troops. Let's in the meantime go with a Flying Machine up high to start taking care of the cannon. And let's see what he's gonna do next. Flying Machine is definitely gonna be like the game changer in this matchup for us. Why? Because it's just gonna be so annoying for him to deal with. Like, he needs to go with delivery, he needs to go with Ice Spirit, and he still needs to go with the Archer Queen, because if not, it was just not gonna be enough. So instead of going arrows here on defense, I'm just gonna use the Electro Spirit, and let's wait a little bit to see what he does. If he decides to pressure with Royal Hawks, I guess I'm gonna go with Bomber, or maybe go with Royal Recruits instead. Okay, I guess I would just wait a little bit, see what he does. If he doesn't do anything, I'm just gonna go with Recruits in the back, and then have the cage ready in case he pressures. Or if he doesn't, I'm just gonna save up elixir to try and do an as good as possible double lane pressure. So not sure about that cannon placement. I'm not gonna go with Royal Hawks in the same lane because we do know that he has delivery. We do know that he has a lot of good cards against putting troops together. So instead of going with Royal Hawks in one lane, I think it's probably the best decision always to just split them up. Okay, let's go with Flying Machine in the back to try and cycle back to a new Flying Machine. Let's go with E-Spirit here up high, and then I'm gonna go with Recruits to try and distract the Archer Queen while the Skeleton King is gonna stay alive. Okay, perfect. Let's wait a little bit. Let's then go with Ability, and I'm gonna go Royal Hawks, knowing that most likely he's gonna go with the Delivery. Delivery out of cycle means that the Royal Hawks are most likely gonna get quite a lot of value, and the Flying Machine, as you guys can see, is just so annoying for him. Like, the Flying Machine, as I mentioned before, definitely the most key card, the most important card in this matchup for sure. So let's go with Bomb on defense. We do have to be careful with this Royal Hawks, but we should be able to defend them pretty easily, as you guys can see. And then in the meantime, we dealt so much damage to his left side tower with that one Flying Machine, plus all the troops we use. So let's see if the Bomber, nice. Luckily for us, it was not able to get a shot, because if it was able to get a shot, that was gonna probably activate the King Tower. Let's in the meantime go with Skeleton King. Let's go with Royal Recruits here as well. We are gonna take quite a lot of damage from the Royal Hawks, but that should be fine. And let's then go with Royal Hawks towards the right side. How are you gonna defend this, my friend? I don't think he should be able to. There's just way too much spam, way too many troops to deal with. Left side, right side. How? Like, it's just impossible. Like, this deck is so annoying to play against. And as you guys can see, it's very easy to play with. I didn't have to do anything out of this world to be able to secure this victory. Okay, let's go guys. 7-0 in the grand challenge right now. Looks like we're up against a guy called Jose. Let's give him a good luck and let's see what he's gonna be running. But yeah, you guys already saw it in game number 1. Very strong deck, very easy to play, and it's just so annoying to deal with, especially if you know that your opponent, for example in that case, doesn't have, let's say, a big spell. Of course, if they do have a big spell for the Flying Machine, then there's other ways to kind of bait out the big spell, play around the big spell. But in general, when you know that they do not have the big spell, then most of the times, I don't want to say it's an easy W, but of course it's gonna be very easy to get a lot of value from your from your Flying Machine. Okay, let's go with Goblin Cage here on defense. He does go with a Giant as well. I think I'm gonna have to go with Recruits here as soon as I hit 7 elixir. Unfortunately, the Bomber is gonna die, but at least it gets one shot. On the left side, 2 Musketeers, and in the meantime, the Goblin Cage, excuse me, plus the Recruits are gonna DPS down the Giant. Okay, let's go with Flying Machine to protect the Recruits and the Goblin Cage as much as possible. And how are you gonna deal with this? Okay, Main Horde. I mean, Main Horde is not gonna take care of everything. In the meantime, the Goblin Cage is able to get to the tower. As soon as we have 3 elixir, I'm gonna arrow down the Main Horde. And as you guys can see, just like that, we already take the tower. Okay. I mean, very easy push there, very nice start to the game so far. We do need to be careful because we do not have a big spell, and the opponent did show that he has 3 Musketeers, Goblin Gang, Bats. He has a lot of different spammy cards, so as soon as we use those arrows, we do need to be very careful for, whatever troop he's gonna use after spending the arrows. But in the meantime, very good start overall. Yeah, really good situation. We already took down his right side tower, and our right side tower is also still very healthy. Okay, he does have the elixir collector, and we also, of course, only have arrows, so we also have to be careful with that, because he might be able to get a really big elixir advantage and overwhelm us, with that. Okay, let's go flying machine, let's go with the E-Spirit here to take care of those bats, and I think with the flying machine and the goblin cage, we should already be able to deal very well with the giant, and of course the towers also, shooting it in the meantime. Okay, so overall situation, I wouldn't say that it's amazing, but I guess it's not that bad either. We're just gonna have to focus fully on defense here. So let's go with a Skeleton King, let's go with a Bomber as well. He's most likely gonna go with a Giant into the right side lane again, or looks like he goes with a Better Ram. Okay, he does have arrows as well. Okay, we need to be very careful here with this situation. But I think we should be fine. Let's go with the recruits here. Let's then go with a Bomber. He doesn't have arrows in cycle, so the Bomber should be able to get quite a lot of value. And this Giant is, of course, in the lane where, we didn't take any damage yet. So that's also very good for us. I think we can just take the Musketeer shots. It is going to get a little bit of damage, but it shouldn't be like a crazy amount of damage. Let's, in the meantime, go with a Goblin Cage. Let's go with a E-Spirit here towards the left side. Let's go with a Bomber up high. The Bomber should be able to distract all the Goblins, the Barbarians, and the Minions as well. And that's gonna be, I think, good game, unless, I don't know, like, he doesn't have time. So I wanted to say, unless something crazy happens, but he doesn't have time, so it's gonna be a good game. 100% sure, very nice win. And once again, it's just, it seems like too easy. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into game number 3 so far, 8-0 in the Grand Challenge. And I'm telling you guys, this deck, I don't know, like, some decks, some no-skill decks just make it feel very easy to win with. Like, you're not like, how do you say, like, for example, with some cycle decks or some decks in the game, I feel like you have to think and do your best, like, so hard, like, try so hard. But with this deck, it just kind of, feels, how do you say, like, automatically, like, autopilot. Okay, let's go with a Bomber here. Looks like he does go with a Goblin Giant, so I'm actually gonna go recruits into the same lane. I decided to go 4 into the left side lane just to make sure that we have a little bit extra DPS instead of having 3 recruits, hitting the Goblin Giant. And let's go with a Flying Machine here as well, just to help out, clean up everything. Looks like he does have a Witch, and he also goes with a P.E.K.K.A. Okay, interesting situation here. I think we're just gonna go with an E-Spirit. I'm gonna wait a little bit, and then I'm probably just gonna go with a Skeleton King. But I actually want to go with Skeleton King up high, trying to deal a little bit of damage to the Witch, and then hopefully we can this way deal with the Witch and whatever troop, he's gonna drop next. So it looks like he does go with a Ram Rider. We do have to be careful. Probably bad Goblin cage placement. I think, thinking about it now, I should have just placed it in front of the Ram Rider. Why do I say so? Because, of course, the Ram Rider charges on top of the Goblin Cage, and then afterwards the Goblin Cage would have been in the face of the Ram Rider, but now I placed it like in the middle. So I guess a small mistake there, even though the defense was still overall pretty good. It's always important to kind of recognize your mistakes as soon as possible. So let's go with recruits already. We do need to be careful because he has a very toxic deck as well. Very no-skill deck as well. He has a P.E.K.K.A, he has Goblin Giant, he has Wizard Witch. What is this deck by him? But so far, overall, I would say looking pretty good because we got a decent amount of damage with the recruits on the right side lane. Okay, let's go with the Skeleton King up high here to try and take care of the Goblin Giant as soon as possible. Flying Machine is getting an insane amount of value so far in this match. And I would love to go with Royal Hawks. I'm not sure if we can get them. No, unfortunately, they are not going to be in front of the Flying Machine. But I think the Royal Hawks are still going to be very solid in this situation. And he does go with a P.E.K.K.A, so that's pretty much just going to be a tower trade right there. Or unless we can get the recruits down. Actually, we just hit double elixir. Can we get the recruits down? I'm not sure. I think we should be able to. Yeah, we should be able to. Nice. Okay, I thought it was going to be tower for tower. I didn't really notice the time there. But luckily for us, we just hit get double elixir. And of course, double elixir is going to help us quite a bit. So let's go with a Goblin Cage here, as I said before. Directly in front of the tower, in front of the Ram Rider. Just to try and get as much value out of the Brawler as soon as possible. It spawns directly next to the Ram Rider. And in this case, of course, it's able to DPS it down quite a bit. So let's go with ability here, trying to get as much skeletons on top of the Goblin Giant as possible. Flying Machine is still going crazy, getting so much value. And man, our Flying Machine, for some reason in today's video, has been insanely overpowered. Do you guys notice that as well? Like, the Flying Machines have been really good in game number 1 against the quick cycle deck. They got so much damage, so much value. In this game, it's also getting infinite value. Look at the Flying Machine. It ended up killing the Wizard. We end up 3-counting this guy. What a crazy deck he had, but hey, I will take the W, and I think right now we're 9-0 in the Grand Challenge if I'm not wrong, so let's see if we can keep it up like this. Okay guys, we finally found the next match. I don't know why it took such a long time. Of course, you guys don't see the wait time, but I was here sitting for yeah, good amount of minutes, waiting for the next match, but it looks like our next opponent is gonna be this guy, Abdullah Ali. Let's give him the good luck, and let's see what he's gonna be running. It looks like he starts off by cycling the cannon card. Okay, cannon card could be a lot of stuff, but in the current meta, I would suggest, or I would think about a potential mortar bait deck. I guess it could be a lot of stuff, but yeah, first deck is definitely gonna be the mortar spam deck, which comes up in my mind. So okay, after seeing Skeleton King, it definitely could be the mortar deck. It runs both of those cards. I'm not gonna be surprised, or I wouldn't be surprised if it's gonna be indeed yeah, be the deck. So let's go with arrows here on top of the spear goblins. It's not a big deal dealing with the spam. Let's see what he's gonna do. We can go with bomber, and we can go with the e-spirit as well. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think he's gonna pop the ability, but if he does, we should be able to just, yeah, kill all the skeletons, because we have the Skeleton King there, we have the bomber as well. We had a lot of troops on the field, so I'm actually gonna pop the ability here. I know that he has arrows, but in my opinion, it's still worth it. Why do I do this? Because it's 2 elixir to activate the ability, and yeah, we just win 1 elixir, so that's already a good thing, and most of the times you are able to get a little bit of damage, which in this case was also the case. How would you say it in English? Which in this case also happened, I guess I could say. So let's go with the flying machine here once again. The good thing for us is that his only spell are arrows, like his arrows. So I think the flying machine in this match once again is gonna be an MVP. Definitely a really important card, like for us in this matchup as well. Looks like he does go with a Mother Witch. Very nice Mother Witch by him. It's gonna get quite a lot of value. Let's go here with Bomber, and let's then go with a Skeleton King as well. Okay, so I would say that this matchup is gonna be very important to play patiently. I don't think we should go very aggressive with like Royal Hawks into the, yeah, for example, Skeleton King, into the Goblin Gang, into anything. I think it's more about just cycling, being patient, and hopefully at some point get like a really good, yeah, push or stack up many units at the same time. Okay, let's go with bets here already. We do have the flying machine available right now. I'm actually gonna go with bomber onto the right side lane. I think the bomber here might be able to hit the spear goblins and hit the tower as well. No, unfortunately it wasn't. He does have the arrows ready, so nice arrows by him, and unfortunately evil bomber was not able to get any value. Okay, let's go with cannon card once again, or excuse me, not a cannon card. Let's go with the goblin cage once again. Let's go with the Skeleton King, and I'm gonna have the flying machine ready. Nice. The good thing about this matchup, as I said before, he does not have any way to deal with our flying machine besides like his spammy cards. So the flying machine here should be able to just get a lot of value in general in this matchup. Okay, let's go with a bomber. Let's then cycle the goblin cage. The bad thing for us is that we also only have arrows, and he does have the Mother Witch. He does have the cannon card. It's kind of like a interesting matchup here, because both of us have cards which are, I guess, like really annoying for the opponent here. Like we have the flying machine, he has the Mother Witch and stuff like that. Okay, let's then go with the E-Spirit. Let's go with arrows here on the right side, and I'm gonna have the bomber ready if we need it. But I think rather I would go with the recruits up high, and I'm gonna try and stack. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 2 flying machines here. I think this is a very good situation to go with double flying machine. Let's go with a bomber towards the right side. Let's go with ability here as soon as possible, and I'm gonna actually arrow the Mother Witch to take care of the Mother Witch and whatever he's gonna drop next to the cannon card as well. Nice. 1 flying machine is still alive. Recruit is still alive as well. Skeletons are hitting the tower. Let's go with Royal Hawks here as soon as possible. I think he's pretty low on elixir right now. Let's go with Royal Hawks. Let's go with flying machine, and I think he does have the bets. Yeah, I was about to say so. He does have the bets, so let's go with the E-Spirit here, trying to take care of the bets, but they are evolved bets, so a little bit harder to deal with. Okay, does he expect the bomber here? That's the real question. Does my opponent expect the evil bomber? Let's see if he does. Looks like he doesn't. The evil bomber is able to get a double connection, triple connection, 44 HP left on the left side tower, and the arrows will be enough to take care of the tower. So as you guys can see, against one of the strongest meta decks right now, which is this mortar miner deck, we also secure a very nice and easy W, very nice and easy victory. 10-0 in the Grand Challenge. Let's see if we can, yeah, potentially even complete the Grand Challenge. Okay, let's go guys, hopping into the next match. 10-0 right now. Let's see if we can get some more victories, and as I said, potentially even complete the entire Grand Challenge. That would actually be amazing. So let's go with a bomber here. First play. Looks like the opponent is running some kind of, okay, looks like it's gonna be lockbait. I'm actually gonna go with recruits already. I feel like recruits in this situation could be kind of annoying for him, especially if we arrow right away, for example, a princess. There you go, there's the princess. I'm gonna wait a little bit just in case. Man, I wanted to say just in case he has like a dart goblin or something, and we might catch both of them, but unfortunately we were not able to catch both. That was a nice try though. I knew that he potentially could have a dart goblin and still overall get good amount of damage right here. Okay, so it looks like it is indeed gonna be lockbait. Very quick cycle though. He has he has Goblin Gang. I think that he showed both skeletons and Ice Spirit, right? Or am I crazy right now. I think he showed both Ice Spirit and Skeletons as the first 2 cards, so it's gonna be interesting to see what version, what type of lockbait deck he's running. Let's go with a Goblin Cage. Man, what a bad Goblin Cage. Okay, I thought for some reason that the Dark Goblin was gonna run into the range. Now it did, but after losing the entire Goblin Cage already, so not the best placement from us. Let's go with a Bomber here defensively to take care of the what's it called, of the Goblin Barrel. And I think this deck doesn't have a big spell, guys, so it might seem very aggressive, but I think, oh, he does have Valkyrie. Okay, Valkyrie is gonna do a very good job there against the Royal Hawks, especially with the double Spirit. My idea was to get a Flying Machine and the Bomber to take care of, for example, a Goblin Gang, maybe some spammy units, but the Valkyrie, of course, in this situation is able to get a lot of damage and a lot of value. Okay, let's go. Okay, what is this guy doing? Let's go with Arrows right side. Let's go with E-Spirit. Man, that was scary. That was very scary. Wait a second. He's gonna Valkyrie, right? I think he's gonna Valkyrie on top of the Skeleton King. We can just go with a Bomber here, even though it is maybe a little bit aggressive. I think it's still a very good play because the Bomber is gonna get so much damage, man. Bomber, honestly, not many people play it right now, but I think it's still one of, like a super solid evolution. Just because many times it can secure you so much damage. Like so many situations, you can just go with a Bomber on any troop they have there on the field, coming at your lane, and then afterwards you're just able to get so much value and damage out of the Bomber. Okay, let's go with a Flying Machine towards the left side lane. I think I'm gonna go with Royal Hawks here as well. We do have to be careful because he might try and pressure us. Let's go with Skeleton King, and let's go with the E-Spirit here to try and activate the King Tower. Okay, we do take quite a bit of damage, but I think it's worth it to activate the King Tower. And let's then afterwards have the Bomber ready here towards the left side, and I'm gonna have the Recruits ready as well. So don't worry in some situations to take a bit of damage, guys. I know that this overall situation might not seem the best, but I think it's very important to sometimes know, okay, I can just take a bit of damage, and then afterwards the counter push should be very hard to deal with. Unfortunately for us, the ability on the right side was not able to pop, but still overall situation very good, really good amount of damage so far. On the left side tower, Flying Machine is able to get a lot of damage as well. Double Bomber, double connection to be able to take down his left side tower. Bomber, Loki, also one of the most underrated cards in the game right now, especially the evolution, as I said before. And so far we've been doing amazing, guys. Really nice video so far, really nice matches. We went from 6-0 to 11-0. I don't want to jinx it, I don't want to lose 11-3 right now, but if we continue doing like how we're doing right now, hopefully we can just get the 12-0 right away. Okay, guys, this is probably the most important match of today's video because so far, as I just said, we've been doing amazing. 5 wins in a row right now. We went from 6-0 to 11-0, and right now is the moment to see if we can get the 12th win here. Okay, so he does go with a Mortar. I'm gonna go with Skeleton King into the same lane of the Mortar. He does also go with Bet, so let's go with E-Spirit here. And I'm not sure if I should go with Ability, because he does, I mean, he does have the, oh, he has the Ice Wizard. Okay, I wanted to say he does have the Skeleton Dragons potentially, or maybe something like a Mother Witch, but it looks like he actually runs this version with Ice Wizard, so that's interesting. Let's go with Flying Machine here into the same lane, and I guess we will just wait a little bit to see whatever he's gonna do next. Looks like he goes with a Cannon card. Let's go with a Goblin Cage here in the same lane, and as I said before, we actually played this matchup already. Very important to just play patiently, kind of cycle your evolution, and try to slowly but surely stack up a lot of units. So let's just let the Goblin Cage do his job. Let's go with a Bomber into the right side lane. Let's go with a Skeleton King into the left side lane. And let's wait a little bit to see whatever our opponent is gonna do next. But I might be able to go with Recruits. No, I don't think so. I think instead we should just wait a little bit and then maybe go with Recruits in the back, actually. Yeah, let's go with Recruits in the back. I think it's a better play in this situation. Let the Skeleton King go up front, and then afterwards I'm just gonna try and cycle the Flying Machine here. Probably into the right side lane. Let's go with the E-Spirit here to take care of the bets, making sure that the Recruits afterwards are gonna have to be responded to. And I have the Evil Bomber available in case he goes with, for example, I don't know, in this case maybe against the Miner, maybe against the Skeleton King. Let's actually go with Royal Hawks into the right side lane. I think his Elixir right now is not the best, and we can go with a Bomber on top of whatever he's gonna drop. In this case, the Skeleton King. Nice, okay, even though he does go with arrows, we still get a double connection, and we do have to be careful because he does have a good counter push here. Okay, is he gonna pop the ability? If he does, we can go with arrows. Okay, looks like he's gonna go with evil bets. I'm gonna wait as long as possible. Then I'm gonna go with arrows, and I'm gonna go with Skeleton King here. Plus, do I need to E-Spirit? Probably not. Okay, I wanted to say probably not. Maybe I should have, but I think it's fine. I think it's a good decision to not go with the E-Spirit there, to then keep it if he cycles back to another set of bets. Okay, let's go with Goblin Cage here towards the right side lane. Let's see what he's gonna do next. I'm not sure if he cycled 2 mortars or did he only... Okay, looks like... My friend... Did he just miss? I think he just misclicked, right? I'm pretty sure that's not the mortar placement he was looking for. I'm pretty sure that's not the mortar placement he was looking for. Let's go with a Skeleton King. He is trying to get advantage or get value with what hosts the cannon card on the tower. Okay, that was not expected, guys. Let's in the meantime go with another flying machine. He does go with arrows. He does go... Oh my god, there's so much spam, so much pressure. Even though he missed the mortar, he's getting a lot of value from the evil mortar. That's actually crazy. Let's go with arrows defensively. And guys, how is he playing? I don't know. I feel like he's not even playing good, but for some reason, the spam he's applying, the pressure he's dealing, yeah, it's working really well so far. Okay, let's go with a flying machine here again. Let's wait a little bit to see whatever he's gonna do next. And I think I'll just go with Royal Recruits. Man, I feel like he's playing so aggressive, but for some reason, it's working out for him. Okay, let's go with the E-Spirit. Very nice E-Spirit. And let's go with a Skeleton King here as well. Up high. Plus potential arrows for the bets. Let's wait a little bit, see if he goes with the bets. Let's then have the arrows ready here for the bets. There you go. Let's go with arrows right away to take care of the Ice Wizard, to take care of the bets. Flying Machine is alive. And man, I love Flying Machine. Flying Machine in this deck is just... that one card which is always gonna be so annoying for the opponent, is always able to somehow lock onto the tower and get a lot of value. Flying Machine, low-key, one of the best cards in this deck. And it's just such a great card to yeah, be annoying with, get value with, on defense, on offense in general. It's very versatile, so as you guys can see, dream did come true. 6-0 to 12-0. Perfect video, perfect win streak. Let's finish today's video by opening quickly the Grand Challenge chest. Honestly, I at this point don't really care about the chest anymore, but of course a legendary or a champion is always welcome to then slowly but surely get more elite wildcards and slowly but surely max out my account to get all the cards level 15. So that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Amazing deck, really easy to play with, but also really annoying to deal with. Very hard to defend, as we just noticed, like getting 6 wins in a row. I think it showed that yeah, this deck is not easy to deal with, so feel free to try it out. If you guys have any question about it, always feel free to leave it in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to smack the like button. If not subscribed to the channel, feel free to subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.